Good afternoon, everyone. Country Flyboy here, and today, American Truck Simulator. But today, something different. Not going to be in a truck today. We're in American Truck Simulator, but we're not in a truck. What, pray tell, could we be in? Well, how about this? We are desert busing it. Okay, so if you're not familiar with DessertBus, it's a game where you drive a bus from Tucson, Arizona to Las Vegas, Nevada, and you do it in real time. It takes 8 hours. Actually, according to this, it's a 15-hour trip. I'm more inclined to trust this than DessertBus, but according to that game, it's 8 hours in that game, and it's 8 hours in real time. So you have to be at the computer 8 hours, and you have to accelerate constantly. The bus only goes 55 miles an hour, and it has a slight veer on it, so you can't just weigh down the accelerator and go do something else. You have to be at the computer constantly. And it's known as one of the best, probably, endurance games. It's actually a game that was meant to be the worst game ever made, but it ended up actually being not that bad. Penn and Teller made it, who you may be familiar with, their show in Las Vegas. So we're here at a quote-unquote bus stop. It's actually just a garage that's for sale, but we're going to be... Do you have to go around that way? We don't have to go around that way. That's silly. Do that right here. We're going to be using it as a bus stop, and we're going to be taking the trip in American Truck Simulator. And we are in an actual bus. Here it is. I'll link to this mod in the description. Not the best in the world. Let's look at the cab. As you can see, its speedometer is in kilometers, but it does have a digital miles per hour readout. Now, I have enabled the automatic transmission, so I won't be worrying about the gear shifter. This bus actually's got some decent speed to it. If we click forward, we can actually get in the cabin. And we see we do have passengers on board. We are going to pretend they're not there. Let's go ahead and start the bus out, or start the bus up. Alright, and we'll turn the running lights on. And since we're in the yard, the flashers. Shift into drive. Parking brakes off. And we're going to drive the bus around to the loading area of our bus depot, which we'll just treat it as this big double door right here. This will be our loading and unloading area. Right here should be good. Actually, I wonder would there... No, not really. Wouldn't make sense anywhere else. Alright, we'll set the parking brake, and we would open the door. I don't know if you can open the door. I wouldn't know how. But we're going to pretend the passengers are getting on. And I'd like to take this time to comment that I would love to have an actual... Since there is a bus available, it'd be nice if there was a mod to add a passenger run in American Truck Simulator as one of the available cargoes. I don't know how it would work because it wouldn't have a trailer, but... Maybe it'll have an invisible, like, really, really small trailer. Because the game recognizes everything as a hookup. I mean, I have a car, a little four-door car in this game, and it can technically carry a trailer in the game. So I'm assuming this has the kingpin somewhere. Maybe you'll just have to make an invisible trailer model for it. Alright, enough sitting here yapping. Passengers are on board, so flashers off, parking brake off. We're still in drive. I probably should have put that in neutral. We are going to be turning right out of here. Yeah, left, actually. Now, a couple things to note about the bus. One, there's no GPS up here, so I have to use the road signs to navigate. Luckily, it's not too terribly difficult. I'm probably only going to need to bring this screen up once we get into the city. Secondly, you may notice that the steering wheel, the wheel that actually does the turning, is behind the driver. This takes a little getting used to because in most cars you're used to them pivoting around the wheel in front of you. Don't quite do that with a steering mech like this. So we're going to turn our blinker on here. You really gotta oversteer the turn. It's going to look like you're going to hit something or drive off, but you're just fine. Got it on this direction and don't have it over here. I got the first lane though, so let's go ahead and get to the first lane. Alright, nobody coming now, so I can Come on over into the second. Alrighty, we're just going to follow this school bus. We need to get on I-10. I-10 is going to take us all the way to Phoenix, then we get on a different road. I can't remember the name of that road. So, I did record an American Truck Sim video not too long ago. In fact, when the Arizona DLC came out, I recorded one. But I ran into problems during the rendering process. For some reason, For some reason, the file, once it had rendered out, was terrible. I don't know what it was, but towards the end of the file, the audio got so out of sync. The video started skipping and the frame rate was all over the place, and I don't know why. It wasn't like that when it recorded, but for some reason it rendered out that way. So I just removed it and decided I would re-record this one, but I hadn't really had time to sit in and record a new video until now, and I saw this bus mod was available. I'm like, alright, let's see what we can do. And then I saw NerdCube do a DessertBus drive in American Truck Sim. Like, that's a good idea. Let's recreate DessertBus, but let's use an actual bus. Alright, as soon as we get out of here, we can probably get around this school bus, actually. This bus is actually not that slow, believe it or not. It will pick up speed pretty quickly. I'm already up to its top speed, around 65 miles per hour. Alright, let's give that school bus plenty of room. And we'll come back into this lane. So that's what's happened with American Truck Sim. What about LSPDFR? It fucked. It got fucked. There was a big update to GTA. Very big update to GTA. Added a bunch of new shit that nobody cares about because it's all in the multiplayer. But a few new things to spawn with the trainer. There's a Citation X in GTA now. That's fun. And yeah. That update also updated the social club, the Rockstar Social Club, which meant you couldn't use an older version. So usually you can I can still keep recording LSPDFR because I'll always just back up the version before installing the update. That way, if everything fracks up, I can still record off the older version for a while. Yeah. I should have got over. There wasn't a car there, but I didn't even think about it. Oh, we're already coming up to Phoenix. There's the Phoenix Airport. Phoenix Sky Harbor International, right over there. There is a drop-off there. I was excited to see that because I was wondering if they were going to have airport drop-offs in American Truck Sim. I don't remember there being any in Euro Truck Sim. Let's slow down a little bit. One, we're coming up to that car and it's going a little slower. Two, I want to actually see the airport. We got a couple of, looks like MD-11s, maybe, right there? Yeah, those look like MD-11 cargo planes. One of them's got his cargo door open. And there is a drop-off there. You can drop off, and I think sometimes there's pickups available at the airport. And there's planes taking off and landing. It looks really cool. And you can see the tower from here. That is legitly Phoenix Sky Harbor. Yep, see, Airport Industrial Zone. That exit right there. Yeah, anyway, you can normally record, but since that social club update, it wouldn't let you launch older versions. So everyone was forced to update their GTA 5, which meant LSPDFR got fracked over. Everything had to update. And then I spent 3 weeks trying to get everything running because I just had crash after crash after crash and could never figure out what's causing it. Eventually, I just adopted a draconian policy. I have missed my exit like an idiot. Shit. You never saw that. That was the exit I was supposed to... I was too busy yapping. I didn't even pay attention to the signs. Well, folks, we're taking the long way today. Alright, looks like we stay on this lane. Yes. So it looks like we are taking the long way around. Do I need to get over? Now I should get over. Because I am exiting here. This thing does have a Jake brake, but I don't know if buses have a Jake brake in real life. Okay, since I missed that exit, that has thrown my plan way out of whack. We'll have to look for Tucson. This might be a slightly longer trip than what we planned. Oh well. Just have to read the signs and stop being an idiot. But I finally got LSPDFR back working. I think I'm going to record some of that tomorrow. I was able to actually do a decent patrol with it. Ugh. What the fuck? What did I just hit? There was nothing there. You guys saw that. Nothing there. And I just hit thin air. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Oh, well, I guess this road's going to take us back to whatever that highway was. We want to go probably northbound on it. It'll either say north or west, because we need to head sort of west, but the road sort of goes north right through here. Okay, oversteered this. We actually did go into the other lane there. You really gotta be careful with this bus, because it's a bit of a challenge to drive. That wheel being behind your viewpoint really does mess you up. So anyway, I'll probably start recording LSPDFR again. The Flight Sim GPS series proceeding nicely. I got busy and haven't been able to finish recording it. I just need to get the last part recorded and edit the fourth part. I've been busy lately, guys. Live stream though, I do live stream on the weekends. Recently I had a big live stream disaster, but hopefully that's not going to happen regularly. Playing some, what have I been playing lately? Yandere Simulator, love that game. If you're not familiar with it, well, just Google it. I'm not going to explain it to you. Very, very fun game. I've live streamed it. I might do a video on it one day. What else? What else is going on? Probably going to do some American Truck Sim multiplayer every now and then. Usually when I'm playing it, though, I'm listening to a podcast, and I don't really want to be recording or streaming it. This is my podcasting time. Went to an E3 experience, one of the Sony E3 experiences. If you follow Jimmy DeStash's YouTube channel, you would have saw me in one of his videos where we went and did that. I have watched all the E3 stuff. I'm seeing this is like 3 weeks after E3, by the way, because me and Jimmy usually do an E3 thing, but he has been unreachable. I don't know if we're going to do it this year. I hope we're going to do it, because I put all that work into writing that stupid document up. But now it's 3 weeks after E3. The hype's gone, and there's no point in doing it now. So, I mean, I hope we're going to do it, but I don't know now. If I had the document brought up, I'd go over some E3 stuff. Resident Evil 7 definitely got my attention. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. VR though, so I mean VR is just, I want VR so bad, but like, there's a reason you don't see too much going on in VR these days. Like a lot of the VR stuff is just sort of heh or meh. It's because I mean no one's handing anybody VR headsets except for reviewers and stuff, and nobody's getting those things for free except for the big reviewers. And those things are expensive. Like the HTC Vive is the one I would get, because screw the Oculus and all that bullshit it's been having. Okay, we take this road almost to Flagstaff, but we get off before Flagstaff. It's a big interchange. It's after this one though. It's not Camp Verde. It's something else. But yeah, I'd get the HTC Vive, but that's $800 for that thing. And I don't have $800, and my computer can't run it anyway. If I had, I would need to. It can run it everything except for the graphics card. The graphics card would need to be upgraded on my computer, and that would. The minimum is like a GTX 970 or something. I'd like to get something above minimum, something that I know is gonna run it very well, and not be a pain in the butt later, and can stick with modern games for a while. So I'd get like a 980 or whatever the next series is after that. That's actually fully VR designed. But that would be like $1,600 right there. And I'm sure I'm not in the minority there. VR is really expensive. That's why I was excited to see Sony's VR headset. It's actually freaking affordable. It's only $400. I mean, it's the price of the console, and they have a new console coming out. But yeah, I mean, the new console's probably going to have a deal where you get the new console and the VR headset for comparatively much less than what it would cost to buy a PS3 and a VR headset separately. So, and Ace Combat 7's coming out on the PS4. It's going to be VR. Oh, I can't wait for that. You know, there's two things I would always love to see in Ace Combat, and that's VR, and I've been thinking about this lately, VR and a sort of realism mode. Not 100% simulator, just sort of quasi-realistic mode for Ace Combat would be fun. Like a mode where it didn't lock up. I'd just like to see a bore sighting mode on the airplanes in there. For those of you not familiar, a bore sight mode on a combat aircraft is where a little reticle pops up in your HUD. You got to bring your target inside that reticle before it auto-acquires the target. That would be fun. Maybe more realistic missile behavior. Alright, let's brake a little bit. Turn on our signal. He's coming on. Alright, this circle turn here should be fun. I think these turns would be a little... Ooh, look, Smokey and the Bandit trailer! Up there above us. Oh, it's not going to be pulling into our lane, though. It's going on to I-10. Well, not I-10. Or highway, whatever the hell. Don't do it, car. Don't do it. Dude, do you not see this vehicle? I had my blinker on. You knew my lane was ending. Freaking people. Tries to gun his engine and get in front of me. Ain't gonna work, dude. You see this vehicle I'm driving? So that's, I guess that's enough on E3. We're actually not gonna be too long before we get to Vegas now. Because I believe this road goes all the way there. No, we have to get off at some point, but can't remember where. I'm just gonna have that thing up from now on. So the Arizona updates added some interesting stuff. There's two interesting things I want to note that are not on the map. There's a racetrack. If you go down to Tucson, I'm not going to tell you where, but there is a racetrack in Tucson, and it is off the map. There's a road somewhere in Tucson that the road on the map ends there, and normally there's a barrier in American Truck Sim where it clearly says you can't go past this point, but there's not a barrier there. If you see that, the road ending on a map but no glowing X barrier, that's probably a good indication that you're close to the racetrack, and if you go down that road, you'll actually find it. It's a neat little place. I drove my truck around it a few times, about crashed several times. Neat little place. It's a popular spot for hanging out in the multiplayer. People go down there and ram each other. And there's another one up on the north side of Arizona, that actually hints to Utah being the next state, because there's actually a small bit of Utah that you can drive in right now. Again, not going to tell you where. Actually, no, I will, because that wouldn't make sense, because it's probably going to be harder to find. If you go up here to Canada, past the Tidbit, that road there is a barrier there, but you can get around that barrier, and it will take you up into Arizona. And it's modeled up there a couple of miles up into Arizona, or Utah. It's actually modeled a couple miles up there. You can get to a truck stop. You'll know, it's not going to let you fall through the map. You'll know immediately when you get to the edge and could fall into the abyss. So that's always fun. What else in American Truck? Oh, they announced they're going to expand the map, so I'm glad they made this decision. They've decided that instead of focusing on adding new states, what they're going to do is improve the scale of the map. Meaning they're actually going to make it bigger. Apparently they're going to make the map 75% bigger. They're going to make the scale of the map match Euro Truck Sim, because they scaled this map way down. America's so much bigger than Europe I guess they felt they had to scale it down a lot more. The scale in Euro Truck Sim was like 1 to 20. Like 1 kilometer was 20 kilometers, or 1 kilometer in the game was 20 kilometers in real life. But I think in this one it's like 150. So 1 mile here in the game is like 50 miles in real life, and it's so compact. They had problems. They couldn't fit as many roads and towns as they wanted, and you see there's like there's highways that come onto an interstate highway with an intersection instead of an actual on-off ramps, and it's such a pain in the ass. That's just because they ran out of room. But apparently by changing the scale to the same scale as a Euro Truck Sim, they're going to make it 75% bigger. You can see their website for more information on this. But I can't wait, because it actually means that driving from LA to Vegas is going to take probably at least 45 minutes now. It's going to take them a few months, they said, because they got to redo the entire damn map, plus the time scaling. But it's going to be nice once they get done. Hopefully that means we'll get more towns, or maybe the existing towns will be made bigger, and more highways. Because I was surprised we didn't have the Coastal 1 highway in American Truck Sim by default. That surprised me, because that's such a popular road in California. It's like, it's a big deal, and it wasn't here. It also means that once we finally start getting to the East Coast states, it's going to take several hours to drive from LA to Jacksonville straight down I-10. I-10 runs from Los Angeles, particularly Santa Monica, and it goes all the way to Jacksonville, Florida. And that is clean across the bottom half of the country. That takes at least 2 days to drive in reality land. But with the current scale, it would probably just take a little over an hour to drive an American Truck Sim. I'd imagine with the full scaling that they're going to go up to, that's going to be freaking hours of driving in-game. That's going to be awesome. We're actually going to have to take legit rest stops. We'll have to stop the truck at a rest stop in the game just so we can rest ourselves in real life. That's going to be fun. Speaking of which, if they make the towns bigger, it might be nice to actually see more areas of the cities added. Like, speaking of Santa Monica, I wish Santa Monica is sort of in American Truck Sim, but you have no way of knowing, unless you know LA, that you have actually ventured into Santa Monica. I-10 doesn't go into Santa Monica. See, in real life, I-10 runs through here. It doesn't stop prior to I-5. It goes all the way to Santa Monica, which is this little area right here. It actually interchanges with the Coastal 1, which is this highway here, which, as you can see, stops in San Francisco, but in reality, this thing goes all the way up the coast of California. So, yeah, it'd be nice we'll see the Coastal 1 expanded probably. Probably some more of these side roads going places as well, I'd imagine. There really ain't nothing over here. I know it looks like this is all really, really dense and there's like fuck all here. That's because that's how it is in reality. I really don't think you'll see too much added in Nevada, because Nevada is largely just desert. There's really not much there. The more west, or the more east you go in the U.S., starting from the West Coast, the more east you go, the more sparse it gets. At least till you hit the Mississippi, then it gets dense again. Alright, we should be coming into Vegas before too long. We up 3 hours, 150 miles to go. There's an abandoned truck there. Apart from a couple of massive screw-ups where I took a wrong turn, I took a turn too fast and hit some barriers, and then I hit an invisible wall, apparently. The bus just decided to go boom. And now I have 11% damage on what is essentially a brand new vehicle. Because whenever I'm going to do a bus, I'm not actually going to keep the bus in my garage. I'm just going to buy it for just that run and not save it. I've been playing this game for about an hour now because I actually had to drive from Flagstaff, where I bought the bus, to Tucson to set this video up. Well, probably won't have to do that in the future though, so I can just start from wherever I bought the bus from. I'll link to this mod below. It's actually not that bad. I downloaded 3 mods recently. Actually 4. I downloaded... I've been trying to keep my mods on the Steam library. That way the automatic update with the Steam Workshop would mean it's a nice thing to have, but not everyone... I don't know why, but people who make American Truck Sim mods, for some reason, are not putting stuff on the fucking Workshop. And I don't know why. I mean... I'm still waiting on American Truck Sim Studio to come out, ATS Studio, because I did make a mod for Euro Truck Sim. I made an Idlemaster trailer mod because I'm a huge Idlemaster fan, and I wanted to have an Idlemaster trailer to pull around. I'm gonna recreate that for American Truck Sim, but I'm waiting on American Truck Sim Studio to come out. ATS Studio. That way I can actually properly make it instead of just adapting the ETS Studio to ATS. Why? I know this is the granny lane, but why are we moving 38 miles an hour? I mean, this truck in front of this car here is going slow, but he might have a heavy trailer, but he really ain't got a lot of room. That pickup up there is going the same speed. What the fuck, dude? Why did you... If you're gonna get over, commit to it, dude. Don't halfway go in the lane and then just decide to stop. You fucking dumbass. You deserve that, right? I mean, granted, I was on your bumper, but... Nah, I'm not gonna get over. I'll stay here. I was on this bumper, but damn, don't get halfway in the hammer lane and just freaking stop like that, you dumbass. I don't know about the AI in this game. I wonder where the mess out here. Hoover Dam! Check it out! Hold on. I've already got my thumbnail. I'm gonna get another thumbnail real quick. There we go. That's gonna be my thumbnail for this video. I took one prior to starting the recording, but I think I'm gonna make it that one because that's the first time I've seen the Hoover Dam in this game. Which means, no, we are not far from Vegas now. And there goes an airplane. Must have just took off out of McCarran. I used to fly in and out of the West Coast airports every now and then in flight sim, and yeah, you pretty much fly right over the Hoover Dam on some of the arrivals and departures out of McCarran. I can already see buildings coming into view. Viva Las Vegas, everybody. Here comes the sign. Welcome to Vegas, everyone. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And since we are paying homage to DessertBus, how about we go and visit the Penn and Teller show? Blue Man Group. Maybe go to a casino and lose our asses? Sounds like fun. Sorry, car, I'm getting in front of you. That sun is in my face. Starting to slow down as we come into the city. Insta drop to 30. I really hope they fix that with the map update when it comes. Damn, that is so bad. It's not supposed to. It doesn't insta drop to 30 like that in real life. They sort of slow you down easily, especially like it's 30 on this road. This is a 4-lane road. It's not an expressway, but it's a pretty busy road, I'd imagine. The speed limit here would be 45 in real life, not 30. I'm saying that like every town in the U.S. is the same. Obviously, there's differences with individual towns, but for the most part, they follow the same standard format. They slow you down first before bringing you down to the slow inner city speeds. Like that speed back there, instead of insta dropping to 30, would have been at 70, dropped to 55, dropped to 45, then down to 35 or 30. Not just an instant slowdown like that, and you have to slam the brakes and nearly kill everyone. We are not a Greyhound today. That's why we didn't make any stops. We are a direct commuter bus. We go from one city to the other. No stops, like that Greyhound that just went by. Helicopter. You can see the strip from here. Lovely. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to turn left up ahead, so I'll stay in this lane. And see, this is a 6 lane. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna say it's a 6 lane with some long turning lanes on it. So the speed limit here wouldn't be 30 either. It'd be 45. This is a 6 lane road. I wouldn't have people going 30 on here. It'd take forever to get anywhere in this city, which it probably does, but not because of the speed limit, because of the traffic. We're gonna be passing over the strip, aren't we? Mandalay Place. Palace, Plaza, and Place. I always have a hard time telling those words apart when reading them. I don't know why. Well, we are arriving in Vegas as the sun's going down. Perfect timing. Our passengers probably want to experience the nightlife of Vegas. I wonder if they're ever going to add another city. Probably not, but wouldn't it be neat if in GTA 5 they made some DLC? I mean, they're not making story DLC. That's pretty much been said at this point with their actions. We can make it, we can make it, we can make it. It's pretty much been said with the way they've been handling GTA 5. I don't think they're going to be making story DLC for GTA 5. It's all going to be the online stuff, which sucks, but whatever. Wouldn't it have been cool, though, if they had actually made some story DLC that added Venturas from GTA San Andreas? Or San Fierro? That would have been cool. Alrighty. Coming up to the bus depot here. Actually, we can just turn our flashers on. You know, in the future, I might go through the trouble of actually buying the garage that I'm using as a bus stop. Mod makers, if you can make a passenger freight mod, that would be neat. You'd have to make the passengers as like a piece of cargo that you can pick up. You'd need an invisible trailer to do it. Somewhere on this truck is, or this bus is a trailer hitch because it is a truck sim game. We're actually going to pull up a little bit and then back in. That way there's a little bit more room between us and the building for the passengers. But it would be cool to have a passenger mod where you can actually haul passengers around, especially now that we got the bus. We just need an invisible trailer for it. Alright, flashers need to be on. Alright. Everybody get the hell off of my bus. All of you. Off. Get off. Get off. I'm tired of you. Tired of looking at you. You're all ugly. I'm hungry. I want to go home. Get something to eat. Anyway, that's actually longer than I thought it would. According to my timer on the audio recording, it's been going 37 minutes. Not too bad, actually. While the passengers get off of the bus. We'll just say, well, hope you enjoyed my desert bus. I might do more bus runs in American Truck Sim, especially if someone makes a passenger mod. Anywho, hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody.